Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's well. So yeah, today in this stream, I'm gonna be making a game. Now, if you guys have already read the title, you'll know that I was asked to get involved in the Game Devs Remake Mario Party collab. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I mean, this collaboration came out months ago, and I was supposed to start it a few weeks ago, but I was sick, so I'm going to be starting it on stream, and I have a time frame of 1 week to get this game done. So going to be starting today, hoping to have everything done, dusted, finished by Friday. So 7 days to make the game, and then the final stream next week Friday. I'll show you, you know, how I finish off the game, what the game looks like. Maybe I'll record a video. Hopefully, I'll record a video. We'll see how that goes. Who's in the chat? Skeffles. Hey Skeffles, how's it going? Well, I had both streams up and YouTube started solid. Yeah, YouTube's pretty slow, mate. I prefer Twitch myself because there's less like latency, but it's up to people. I was actually thinking about moving solely to Twitch, maybe even pursuing affiliate, but let's see. I mean, I'll ask you guys the questions later, but we'll see. Which mini game did you choose? All right, so let's first let me show you which game I picked from the list and what type of game I want to make. So a bit of a little bit of an overview of what I'm planning to do, right? So this is, can you see the screen? So this is the game that I picked to make. So yeah, facelift, basically face gets distorted. You need to distort your own face to match what it is, and depending on how close you are, you win or lose, right? I mean, it's obviously it's a little bit complicated to do this, but still doable, right? But again, this is good, but then there's another mini game that I actually want to try and replicate. So basically my game is going to be an amalgamation of this game, which I was nominated to make, and another game, which is another Mario Party game, but from a later on version of Mario Party. Cool. So, and then this is the one that I want to like amalgamate, right? Just wait for it to start. I mean, this is like, this version was the one that I played a lot with my friends. So this is something that I really enjoy. So similar sort of thing, but rather than distorting the face, you basically match up to the picture. And once you've got it as accurate, you win the round and then you move on to the next round. Yeah, so basically I want to make something that's a mixture of the both. So get some music started. Now I'm just going to go over my concept of the game. IRC, there's a similar minigame in either the new Mario Party or Mario Odyssey. Is there? Really? Cool. Let me quickly go over, like, this is just some rough stuff I did while I was, on my break at work. So basically what I want to try and make, it's going to be either a 2-player game or a 4-player game. The controls to like click and drag are going to be keybinds, not mouse, because obviously if I made it the mouse, it'd be a single player game, but this has to be a multiplayer game. So basically it's going to be, there'll be a face, either there'll be 2 faces and then the image in the middle, or there'll be 4 faces and the image in the middle, and you'll literally pick, okay, so that's the hat that needs to go, these are the eyes that need to go, this is the mouth that needs to go there, whatever the image was, that's how it's done. And then it resets, and then everything moves to like random positions. Obviously there'll probably be more variety of accessories, body parts, whatever, in like the actual game that I'm planning to make. A lot more than just this, but I think you sort of get an idea of what I'm getting at. So that is basically what I'm planning to make. There's two. Oh. There's one. No, two. Since it's Skeffles and Richard in the chat, I'm pretty sure you'll, recall where this crown comes from, so. Cool. So now that you guys got sort of the concept of what I want to try and do, let's get Unity started and get started. New project, 2D project. I don't know. Base? I don't know what to call it. I'll change that later. Hey everyone. Hey boyfriend. Hey Wasika. Hey. Anyone else there? No. Just gonna wait 10 minutes for Unity to start up. The best part of using Unity takes forever to start. I'm sure if any of the good old people watch this video, they're gonna be like, yeah, that's why no one uses Unity, because it takes forever to load and the file size is way too big. Oh well. Let me know if you can see the screen or if it's too small or if you need me to zoom in. So let's get started. Basically, first thing I want to try and do is get the movement working, so at least for a single player, and then I can move to multiple players. So I do have a hand artwork from one of my other games. Just gonna grab that. Yep. Let's grab these three. Now we can get started with some movement, and then I can start adding in some assets. I was going to do a Mario Party game with Unity, but I just couldn't face it. If you wanted to do one, we could have done one together if you wanted. Oh well. I mean, well, I'm gonna do one now anyway, so. I mean, feel free if you want to help me out. I can put your name on it if you can do the artwork for me, but see how that goes. So let's add in the hand. It's way too big. So let's make that smaller. Oh, not that small. How's that? A good size? I actually might need to go smaller. If it's going to be 4-player, you'll have to. No, actually, that should fit. Yeah, that should be fine. All right. So let's make a scripts folder. And let's make a new script. Call it what? Player? Player 1. Add in scripts. I zoomed in like 300 times just so you guys could see the scripting stuff. Just had 0 motivation, so I started my new thing. Yeah, fair enough. So let's do movement. Transform dot translate vector to left. I need speed variable. So let's add a float speed. You know what? Let's serialize it so I can play around with it. So got float values, so we're going left times input dot get axis raw. I still don't know how to use the new input system, so I'm going to use this system for now. I'll learn it one day. Horizontal, multiply that by the speed, and multiply that by delta time. Delta time. Okay, so this should be our horizontal movement done. Well, let me just assign the speed value first. 20? That might be too much, let's see. It's not too bad, but it's the opposite of what I want. So, to the left. Okay. Right. That should be fine. Cool. So that's mouse movement. Obviously, it's a mini game. It's a frantic mini game. You don't want the mouse, the cursor to be too slow. Yeah, I think that's good. Zoom in a little. Zoom in a little to what? To the script or to this? I don't think I can actually zoom into this. Okay, cool. Let's get on. So now that I got horizontal movement, let's add in the vertical movement. So copy and paste and up. I mean, the diagonal movement's going to be more. That's going weird. Because it needs to be vertical, that's why. The music's not too loud, is it? I mean, I suppose some music would be better than just listening to me talk the whole time. Cool, so we have movement of the mouse. It's assigned to player 1, that's fine. Let's add in an object. What can I add in? Should I start adding these things in? I mean, these are not going to be the actual assets in the game, but for testing purposes. Let's do that. Let's just add the stuff in for now. Oh, it's wrong here. Prone. Base. I'm actually going to be doing another stream on Monday, which is all going to be about the art for the game. So I'm going to be making a couple of art pieces for the game in that stream. Edit. Copy. New. Get rid of that. File. Save as. Base. Where am I sitting? You know what? I haven't even got a folder, have I? I'll put it on the desktop for now. Let's base game. And let's grab. I'm only going to grab one of each. Because there's no point in me grabbing all of these. So I'm not going to be actually keeping these in the game. It's just for getting the mechanics working. Copy that. Oh, one. Eyes two. That. circle the eyes. Yep. And let's grab mouth too. No. Going to the wrong one. So I've got the mouth, I've got the eyes, I've got the face. I definitely need this crown, so I'm using my mouse today. I mean, on Monday I'll crack out the drawing tablet. That. Crown. What else do we have left? I got eyes, I got mouth, I got crown, I got face. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. All right. Let's. Oh, the mouth didn't work out, so let me redo the mouth. Go on. So this is pretty much my workflow with every single game I make. Here we go. All of these bits, let's put them all in the game. I don't really want to put them in the scripts folder. Let's move them out to the assets. How's that open up? Let's make one for sprites, just to keep things neat. Sprites, put the scripts in the scripts. You're not selecting, there you go. Sprites. Now we need to see how big these things are. Thank you very much, boyfriend, for subscribing or following. I don't know which one it is. It could be a subscribe, it could be a follow. Okay, so that's the face. That's fine. Eyes. Yeah, I think the sizes are pretty good. Mouth. And the crown. Okay, so I need to layer these. So the crown needs to be at the front. The face needs to be at the back, so 0. Eyes at 1. Mouth at 1. And the crown at 4. 4's good. 4's good. So let's just see what it looks like before I start adding functionality to it. Yeah, okay, so the mouse cursor is in the wrong layer, so let's move this. Let's give it its own layer. It's sorting layer. Let's add another layer. Cursor. And then get this cursor, and does that work? Yep, so it's on top of everything. Anyone new in the chat? No. Oh, Waleed, hey, how's it going? When is base defense coming out? The issue with base defense was, you remember when I refactored everything and it's completely broken, and now it's a massive, like, this is a list, right? I don't even know if you can see it. Basically, it's a list of all of the levels I have in the game. And basically what I did was I broke something so badly that now I have to fix it in every single level individually. it's not something that I can fix outside because of how I made the game. You know, it wasn't the right way, it was the wrong way. But now I have to go back and do it for every single level. So so far I've done 3 levels. I got 21 levels to go, so it's gonna take ages. I still use mouse for art. I use mouse for art as well, but sometimes it's just so much easier. You know, when you're coloring stuff and doing stuff, it's so much easier with a drawing tablet. Mouse icon, let's move this guy out of the way. The face, I don't want anything attached to the face because it's going to stay where it stays. The crown is going to be movable. The eyes are going to be movable. And the mouth will be movable. So, I need to add functionality for these guys. What should I add? Okay, let's add a script. Let's call it drag object. Makes sense, yeah. Drag object. And then what I'm gonna do for the eyes, the mouth, and the crown, I'll add drag objects. And I also need to add colliders and rigid bodies for each. So eyes, add box collider 2D. Yeah, I suppose that works, sort of. Oh, and the mouth, add a box collider 2D. Edit this, drag it down, drag it out. Like I said, this is not really what I'm going to be using like the art wise for the actual game, but at least I'm getting the main mechanics set up so that I could basically, all I have to do is swap out the sprites and it'll be ready. Crown, I want to try and keep everything within a box ID just so I don't have to mess around in the code to have, like, you know, if it's a circle ID, if it's a box ID, just to have one. I mean, I don't think it's going to make that much. It's going to be such a frantic game that I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Okay, so each one has a collider. And then each should have a rigid body, but not like that. It's the beginning. Oh, you know what? I'm in the play. Okay, let me do that again. That is one thing that I do hate about Unity. Like, if you do anything during while it's on play, then nothing saves. But no biggie. I don't think I did that much. So let's add the box colliders again. Mouth. Anyone else in the chat? Schmel York? Hey Schmel York, how's it going? If you hate that feature in Uni, that feature works in Godot engine. Does it? I mean, I've tried Godot. I do like Godot, but I'm a lot more familiar with Unity, so that's why I'm using that now. I mean, you never know. At some point, I might make a game in Godot again, but for now, I'm just going to do, because I've only got a week limit, so I don't have a lot of time to like learn and make and do stuff. I have to make this within a week. I had months and months to make this game, and then I procrastinated, and then I got ill, and now I've only got a week left. I mean, I'm not worried. The game should be done. I mean, I've made games in like 48 hours, 24 hours, 72 hours. So this shouldn't be that much harder. Plus, it's only a mini game. It's not even a full game. Hey David Nijihia. Sorry, man. I keep pronouncing your name wrong. You need to tell me how to pronounce it. Week is a long time. Yep, week is a long time. Cool. So is everything done? So I have rigid body on kinematic, rigid body kinematic, and oh, well, let's see. All working. Mouse is moving. I can't select anything. That's fine. What should I do next? Let's add a collider to the, what's it called? The cursor. So circle collider. Let's move this so it's just on the tip. It would have been easier if I offset it. That's too late anyway. How's that? Good enough? I think that's good enough. Right, cool. So, go back into the player. Hey, where'd my scripts go? Script's finished. There we go. What do I want? I want the circle collider to only be active when I press the button. So, circle collider to the circle collider. Let's make an awake and circle collider equals component circle collider 2D. So we've got the reference to it, and now what I want is I want the circle collider to not be enabled at the start. So it's only enabled when you click the button. So what I want now is, this is an update. You know what? Let me put it in late update. So late update, I'll put the movement in late update just so it runs smoother. And then in update, I will put my input. So if input dot get key down, key code space. So if we press the space bar, the collider becomes active. And yeah, so if input.get key down, yes. And then when you let go of the button, so rather than the get key down, it'll be a get key up. So when you release the button, it will go back to false. So now just to check the functionality will work, let's do a debug. So log collider active. Let's quickly give that a test. Was talking about Godot earlier, and we came to an agreement. The need to use GD script felt like a blocker in getting to the engine. I know it can do C#, but it's just not meant to be as well supported as GD script. I don't know. I mean, I've only used GD script because that's what everyone says is the best language to use for it. I mean, it's not. I mean, C#. I know C#. But I mostly know C# for use with Unity, right? So even if I use C# within Godot, I probably wouldn't know what I'm doing. So it's better I just learn the language that is like made for the engine. But I mean, if like Scaffolds, man, you know C# very well, so you know. GDScript has a ton of nice features. Alright, you guys are just chatting amongst yourselves, so I am gonna carry on. Test. Okay, let's test the functionality. So when we press space, we should get something in the logs. Yep, collider active, collider active, collider active. Alright, Julios, let's grab all of our stuff. They should all be triggers. Yep, all triggers. Let's get rid of the debug, we don't need it anymore. And now I need, when you click the button, the circle collider becomes active. It will then interact with the collider of the object. And then I want it to do something. So let's add in a on trigger enter 2D. And if collision dot game object dot component is drag object. Then what do I want it to do? I want collision dot game object. No, I want collision dot transform dot parent to equal transform. Oops, brackets are going all over the place. So it will become a parent, and okay, so let's see if that works, right? So let's play. So move the mouse, press space. No, not working. Collider active, collider active, collider active. Why is that? Is it because I haven't saved it? Maybe. It's still not working. Okay, let me just test the cursor, right? So, circle collider, you press it, gets active, right? Go there, you press it, it should trigger. Why doesn't it trigger? Let's do another debug. So on trigger enter 2D, collision dot game drag object, and then let's do a debug .log collided. So does it come up? Does it come up? No, it doesn't. Why doesn't it come up? It doesn't trigger. Why doesn't it trigger? I've got a circle collider. Oh no, I don't have a rigid board. No, it still doesn't do it. So I'm not doing anything. The circle collider becomes active. And then these guys should have their own colliders. Yes. Yes. Private void on trigger inner collider 2D collision. If collision to be able to get a drag object. Get components drag object. You did not have the drag object. Is that what's wrong? Okay, let's I'm sure I added it, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, alright, so it's working now. but I can't let go of the stuff. So what I need to do, I need to also do an on trigger exit. So on trigger exit 2D, and then basically I want the I basically don't want the object to have a parent. So collision, let me just copy this. No. So let's play this. So grab that. Can we grab that? Yes. And we let go and he legs on. Alright, so grab the face. But it grabs everything as well. That's the problem. We can fix that. So something like that, right? So when the game starts, everything will be all over the place. There'll be like a couple of different sets of eyes, a couple of different mouths. And then 3, 2, 1, go. There'll be an image of what you're trying to copy. And then the 4 of you will have identical setups, or the 2 of you will have identical setups. And then literally use that. Okay, grab that. Grab this. Grab that. Well, obviously, it'll work a little bit better than it currently does. I mean, what I'll try and do is I'll have them snapping to specific locations. So like you grab it, it will snap to where the hat's supposed to be. Grab the eyes, it will snap to where that's. So I also need to stop it collecting more than one object. So let's look into that. So if collision of game over, yes. So on trigger, enter. If I add a ball, will that work? Let's see. Ball is dragging equals false. Not boot. Ball. What are you doing? And then if it's a drag object and is dragging is equal to false, you can do the drag, but then this probably won't work. Oh. And then when you let go, is dragging will go back to false. Let's see if that works. So grab that, put it there, grab that. Yep. Oh no, it still grabbed the other guy. So I grabbed him. Yeah. So now, oh, but that, yeah, it's not consistent. It works, but it's not consistent. So what is going wrong? So if it says it's false, it moves to true, but it stays.
I cut you some rips, and Gates did too. Now just what else are we supposed to do? Take it cool now, Texas, and give me a chance. You see, you're all mixed up because you tried to dance. Well, tell me some more. I'm a suck egg news. Well, put down that horn. We'll have dancing school. Clap your hands.
I don't think this is gonna make any difference, but no harm in try. You know, I don't need the collision no more. This is up. Grab the eyes. Oh. It still grabs him. So if I grab one, it still grabs him. So basically, when you grab an object, the object becomes a child of the icon, the mouse icon. So it's gonna stay with the mouse until I remove it. But when I release the button, I remove it. But the ball is dragging equals false is true. Oh, you know what I should actually do? Let's get rid of this because the collision only happens once. So that's not relevant. But what is relevant is if the object has a child. Where would I put that? In update? Yeah, let's put it in update for now. So if game object dot component in children, it's a drag object, then we will put is dragging to true, else it'll be false. No, not just false, is dragging will be. What is this? Version 1. Boy. Okay, let's see if that. Let me actually. Did I save it? Yeah, I did. Yeah, let's see if this works. It probably won't. Nothing ever works first time. No, still grabbed it. No, still grabbed it. So when I grab one, it becomes a child. But then it just sweeps up the rest. Who else is in the chat? Hey, Coding Cricket, how's it going? Glad you could finally make it. Yeah, I'm gonna be making this game like within a week. Like I have a stream that I will probably do on Monday. That's going to be mainly artwork so that I can make art for this specific game. Today, basically, I just went over the concept, the inspiration, so what game I picked out of the list, and what I want to try and make. And basically, I did a little bit of a presentation on Photoshop showing what I want to make. Now I've actually gone as far as what I did in Photoshop, but now obviously there's issues and bugs and stuff that I have to address. But I mean, it's only been, what, 45 minutes? So I don't think it's too bad. If game get component in children and drag object is dragging equals true, else is dragging equals false. Game object get component in children. Okay, so is dragging equals true, is dragging equals false. So when is dragging equals true, I shouldn't be able to grab anything else. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. So it shouldn't actually trigger anymore if it's equal. And button. So if collision.game equals drag object and is dragging is equal to true, no, false, then it can grab another object. Otherwise, it doesn't grab another object. But then when you let go, so so if it's false and it grabs it, it will check it, it will make it true, but once it's gone, it'll become false. Yeah, it should work now, I hope. So Grab the eyes. Yeah, I can't grab anything now. Just the eyes. Put the eyes, grab the crown, grab the face. Cool. Wasn't that hard. What am I doing now? We can do a snap to position. So let's say, what's a good position for this guy? There? This guy around. You know what? I am just going to manually move it myself. I have a bit more control. Get that way. And the crown. Go there. Nice. Go about there. So basically what I need to do now is I need to overlay colliders with the face. So let's make a couple of empty childs. So I'm only going to do 3 for now because there's only 3 objects. So let's say, what is this? Head? Hat? Let's just say hat. This will be eyes, and this will be mouth. Right. So basically, what I need to do is I need to move each of these points to where I want the center of the object to be, and then the eyes in the middle there, mouth straight down. Now I need each of these to have colliders, so box collider. It doesn't need to be a trigger because the other guys are triggers. So this will be. I don't want it to be too easy, right? So let's just do it like there, right? And then the eyes. Around there. And then the mouth. I think that's all right for the mouth. Maybe a little bit wider. Yeah. So now need to make another script. Not going to be the drag object. It's going to be the drag location. Yeah, makes sense. I'm trying to keep the script name very general because it's going to be on like almost everything. So let's add the drag location to each. I mean, these aren't going to be empty scripts. They will be used. But for now, just for ease of identifying the locations, I'm going to be using the empty scripts, but they will be filled up later on. Well, I can't believe how fast you fixed that. What is it? Oh, cheers, man. No, I'm sure you would have fixed it pretty easily as well. What happens if you're not touching a shape and press space, then you move the cursor over a shape and try to pick it up? What do you mean? Let me try and play through that. So what you're saying is, what happens if you're not touching a shape and press space? Nothing happens. But if you're over a shape, you press space and it moves with you. You can grab it in the corner, you can grab it in the top. Basically, it moves where the mouse moves. But yeah, you press space anywhere else, it doesn't do anything. Also, if you go like over the positions and then you press space, it moves. Or if you hold space and then the first thing you grab, you will grab. But then you can't grab anything else. Actually, you know what? I think the object I grab should render at the top, right? So like, let's say, okay, so I got the hat. Yeah, it's fine. It's on the top, but then I've got like the mouth, right? And then it disappears behind the hat. You know, that's a bit funny, right? So let's make it so that it renders at the top. So, on trigger, blah, 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 blah. So, collision dot, what is it under? It's under sprite renderer. Sprite. Oh no, I need to find it. Okay, so get component, sprite, renderer dot sorting order equals 1000. I mean, this is a very hacky way of doing it. I could just create its own layer. I mean, actually, I should actually, you know what? Let's just do that. Sorting layer name equals, I don't know. It won't be the top. It will be, what will it be? Top drag? That doesn't make sense. Variable naming and naming stuff is like my weakness. I do not have a clue. So what would I call something that is at the top of the drag layer, but is underneath the mouse layer? Top drag layer? Yeah, I think that makes sense. So top drag layer. Huh? Make sense? I think it makes sense. Okay, well, let's actually make one now. Sorting layer, add sorting layer, and then what did I call it? Top drag layer. But that needs to be behind the cursor. Did I call it top drag layer? Yes. Okay, so it goes to top drag layer, and then when it stops, it pulls back to default. Actually, you know what? Why do I even need default? I might as well just add in my drag layer. And then we add this, the bottom drag layer, top drag, no, just drag layer is fine. And then we call it drag layer, save that. Now let's see how that works. So grab the crown, works, grab the eyes, you know, renders above, let it go, it goes back to the back. How's that? Look a bit weird? Does it look weird? And then the mouse on top. Basically, whatever you're dragging is going to be rendered at the top. And then when you put it back, it goes back to its default. Yes, rendering picked up items on top would be great. Drag area. Drag area? You want so that items can't leave a certain area. Is that what you're saying? 19, where's the 1920 by 1080? I mean, if that's what you're saying, then I can work on that next. We're just suggesting a name that. Oh, okay, but you know what? You actually have a good point, though. It's like when you're playing the game, you don't want to be able to like you grab some eyes and you be like, oh, 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 damn it, you know, and then they're out because if I split it to 2-player, it's going to be rendering on 2 different cameras. So yeah, you're not going to be able to move it to the other guy's camera, but then it's not going to stay within the camera's view, and then you might just lose the object. So it might be better if it's clamped within the camera space. Yeah, I could do that. What was I doing before? I forgot what I was thinking about doing. So, oh, the snap to position. Let's do that first, and then I will make a note. Do the clamp to visible area. Cool. I got my note. I will look into that in a sec. Snap to thing. So I have drag location, drag location, drag location. The drag location. So if it's general, but it has to, I need it to be specific. I don't want to give it a script and a tag. I'd rather just give it the one. You know what? I'll just have a separate script for each. So let's say that, and let's do one that eyes. And let's do one. Come on. Do one that is mouth. Is that right? So hat will be, let's drag it. Hat will be hat. Eyes and eyes. Mouth and mouth. So now I can specific. Wait. What are these then? Mouth, drag object. Okay, so let's do this then. Let's do on trigger enter 2D. So if collision dot game object has the component what should I tag it? So tag equals oops. Will that work? The object and the component is always attached to the game object. Can I convert from stuff? So if collision is equal to hat, then collision dot transform dot position equals transform dot position. So let's grab the hat. Let's give this a tag. Call it a hat. And so what? Play it again. So crown untagged hat tag. Call it a hat. So if we grab this, does it snap? No, it doesn't snap. Why doesn't it snap? Okay, I don't even know if it's firing. So let's debug it, see if it's actually doing anything. It's probably not. Debug.log. Actually, you know what? Let's see what it's colliding with, if it is colliding with something. If not, then not. Nope. 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 Is it because there's no rigid body? Would that be why? Would be why. Set them all to make as well. These aren't triggers, but they don't have to be because the other guys are triggers. It's not working. It's not working. So these are not colliding. Yep, thing. So I got a hat. And I got the crown. So it should, unless there's something wrong with the if collision.game object dot tag is equal to hat. You know what? Let's just fire off the debug as soon as it collides with anything, just to see if this hat thing is what's bugging out. Nope, and nope, and no, it's not colliding. Why is that? It's being weird. It has a rigid body, it has a box collider there. It should collide. Why is it not colliding? Can I make it a trigger? I don't think that's going to make a difference, is it? Something. The sorting layer, drag layer. What went wrong? Missing component exception. There is no sprite renderer attached to at game object, but a script is trying to access it. What is it firing? It's firing something wrong. Oh, it's trying to select that, but I don't want it to select. That's the problem. Remove this. I went AFK for some minutes. Sorry. Yeah, no problem. How long have I been on? An hour? Just over an hour. So, I think that is going to be it for now. Obviously, I will address the issue with the snapping. I will add in the clamps. I will do a whole bunch of brand new artwork for the game. I will try and get it at least two players. But yeah, so before I go, just a couple of things. Here we go. I want to give a special thanks to Charcoal, my one and only Patreon at the moment. I'm currently saving up for a better webcam. Obviously, you can all see I do need a new webcam. So yeah, if you want to support me, you can support me on Patreon or on the Ko-fi link, which is on the screen right now. If you like, when this becomes a video, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, if any of you guys are still here after an hour, please like. I'm also thinking about, pursuing Twitch affiliate. So I just wanted to get your guys' opinions on that. Message me on my Twitter or my Discord in the comments on this. If you guys are willing to, come across to Twitch to watch me, then maybe I can pursue that. Otherwise, I will continue to stream on both platforms. So yeah, that's going to be it from me. I will be streaming again on Monday from same time, 10 p.m. But Monday stream is going to be a lot less heavy on the mechanics and the coding and this stuff, and more heavy on artwork and Photoshop and just getting things looking good. So yeah, appreciate you guys coming. Thank you very much, and I will catch you guys on Monday. Yeah. See ya.